Church is the place to be. That's where the action is.
Sometimes home is where the action is. Now, this is a true story. This is another, I swear to God, it is. But you have to know a couple things before I tell you this story. One of them is that at one point in our ranching career, my old man decided that he was going to increase the herd by buying drop cows. And what this entails is you go to the sales yard and you buy these $5 2 or 3 day old drop calves that have been culled out by local dairies, ranchers, whatever. You bring them home, and what you have to do is you have to feed them. If you don't have a milk cow, you have to feed them a milk mixture out of a bucket that they call calf manna. And it's a very powerful smelling powdered milk mixture that you have to mix up in your kitchen at 4:30 in the morning. I don't know why you have to do it then, but apparently it's written on the bag because that's what they do. And then somebody told my old man, you can buy milk goats. And you can make them calves suck on those milk goats, and it's cheaper to feed a milk goat than it is to buy calf manna, because a goat can live on dirt. And do very well. Do very well. So we did that. We bought this old milk goat that was somebody's 4-H project. Her name was Annabelle, and we built this stanchion for her, and had a little tray on the front that you could put grain in. We'd stick her up on that stanchion, she'd eat that grain, we'd lock her head in, we'd turn them calves loose, and they'd come and they'd run and try and suck on her, and she'd kick the dog dookie out of them the whole time, and they'd butter, try to get the milk, come down her hind end, and go up there. 20th century stock raising at its finest. The other thing that I have to tell you about is when my brother was 9 years old, he wanted to be a football player, so my parents bought him a football uniform from Sears and Roebuck, and it had the helmet, the shoulder pads, the jersey, the whole thing. And he promptly outgrew it. And but we still had the helmet around, and he figured out that he could wear that helmet if he took the padding out. Now the third thing you need to know about, an old boy that I grew up with. It was the son of my dad's partner, trapped together in the cattle business. His name was and is Bubba. And that is what we call him. That's what we've always called him. And I swear to God, that is what we call him. Now, you know everything that you need to know to understand this song. The football helmet came from Sears. The nanny goat's name was Annabelle. The third element was Bubba. And Bubba was crazy as hell. He was known for wild stunts. He never did nothing by half. And the goat we kept in a hog wire pen for nursing lippy calves. Bubba cocked one bloodshot eye, took off his Carhartt coat. He said, if I put that helmet on, I could butt heads with that goat. These words were really spoken. I heard them with my own ears. And the saddest part was my brother and me thought it sounded like a good idea. Danged if I know, danged if I know why we do the things we do. There's one thing I know. Some things you do, though, live longer than you want them to. Well, he stuck his head inside that helmet, gave out a rebel yell. He waggled his fingers like a couple of horns, and he challenged old Annabelle. That goat reared up on her hind legs, gave out with a bleat. He delivered old Bubba a glancing blow, then beat a quick retreat. Bubba let go a laugh with a decidedly scornful note. He said, ah, hell, that weren't nothing at all. You're a marshmallow, you ain't a goat. But the goats had windage and trajectory now. Next time she come around with a sound like a ball bat hitting a tree, The mighty bub went down. I'm danged if I know, danged if I know why we do the things we do. One thing I know, some things you do though live longer than you want to. Well, he lay there for a really long time. Hell, I thought he was dead. That helmet was cracked down the middle. There was blood running off his head. And he finally wallowed to his hands and knees. I really don't know how, with his eyes rattling round like pinballs. And all he could say was, wow. Well, that scene has kind of stuck with me in the most disturbing way. Because I mean, dueling with a goat. Like, I don't see that every day. It's a psychological phobia. It starts from things like this. While I don't think Bubba is afraid of goats, he ain't messed with one since. I'm danged if I know, danged if I know why we do the things we do. But one thing I know, some things you do, oh, I live longer, so much longer, years longer than you want to.
One of the things